This unit is all about composition and how you can lay out really great designs. We're going to make some marks, but we're going to talk about making it nice, following those principles of great design. More importantly, we're going to express our own personal aesthetic. Let's start laying out our composition by balancing a variety of 5 circles, or whatever types of areas you've chosen, freehand or mechanical. I like asymmetrical balance. I find it beautiful. It's my aesthetic. So I want to start with a big circle up top and balance it with some smaller circles down at the bottom, just like we've learned. Feels a little unbalanced. I'm going to make sure I don't use those tiny circles because I'm going to shade in those areas later. So maybe let's add another big circle, and that feels pretty balanced. Next, I'm going to divide up my composition a little bit more by laying out 3 overlapping lines. I'm going to make sure that these lines are touching side to side, and this is just going to help break up that big area into some smaller areas. 1, 2, 3. I need more shape variety, so I'm going to continue to create a variety of smaller areas by overlapping more lines. Now I'm using mechanical lines and just asymmetrically balancing them because that's my aesthetic, that's my style. I'm just going to make sure I follow the rule of thumb, meaning I should be able to put my thumb down in an open area and it actually fits. It's not too small because that's going to be a pain shading in later. It's color time, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with the warmer color of our complementary color scheme and actually choose a color that's analogous or sitting beside it to create that highlight. Obviously my color is orange, so what I'm doing now is in the center of my circle, I'm blending the yellow out into the orange. Now the first layer of orange, these marks are going to look a little scribbly, right? I'm just going in lighter and adding a base layer. And that's totally okay because, like I said, we're making marks, but we're going to make it nice. So you'll see me going back in, pressing a little bit harder with that orange color pencil, especially around the edge because I want to model a darker shadow around the edge. And I'm just lightly blending that orange, making it disappear into the yellow. Of course, your color combo is unique to you, but I definitely want you to try this blending and this modeling technique. Now, something that we are graded on, criteria number 2, is craftsmanship. So not only are we working on completing these spheres today, but we want them to look crisp, clean, and neat. So you'll see that I keep on layering that orange. I'll even go back with whatever my highlight color is, blend that out a little bit more as well. And I could stop there if I wanted to, or I could press a little bit harder around the edge of that circle or wherever you're adding your shadow and just deepen that shadow with a little bit of pressure. Or I could go to the color that's analogous with orange that's going to deepen that shadow, which is red. This is the spicy option. You don't have to do this, but I just think it looks really nice. So I'm going in with a heavier pressure around that circle or that sphere area, orb, whatever you want to call it, and I'm just blending in that red. Can you tell I wasn't paying attention to my video as I was shading this? My apologies, my friend, but it's all about blending. A shortcut would be shade all of your highlights first. Keep going, you've got your base color, but notice there's not a gradual change there. We want to try to model the highlight into the shadow. Next up, we're going to commit to those background areas with our cooler color of our complementary combo. Our goal today is that we're able to use our color pencil to blend safely, effectively, so it looks really crisp, clean, and neat. When blending any color pencil, start light, then gradually go dark. Today, it's really about experimenting, taking risks, maybe trying out some different techniques on how you can model a gradual change from light to dark. Here, I'm starting with the light and then gradually going dark. Perhaps you shade in different areas, light and dark. It's up to you. Just make sure you get a third of the way done. It's a new day in the studio, and I noticed the experiments I did with blending, they left things a little streaky. So I'm going to slow down today and really try to overlap my pencil strokes in both directions. You can see how I was crossing both horizontally and vertically. I gradually get a little darker, then I can commit with more pressure or even a darker color. Notice how I'm always kind of shading in both directions. I find that to be really helpful. Also remember that on our rubric, our goal is to contrast different colors and values in your area. So notice I'm always placing my lighter values of the color next to a darker value. So that way you always see the difference. Light next to dark, light next to dark. Our goal is to get 2/3 of our background areas filled in with light and dark values. We made it, and the joyful struggle is real. We experimented with different blending techniques, creating a variety of values with light and dark. Now, once you finish, it's really important to go back and refine any craftsmanship concerns. Using the side of your color pencil, but also shading in different directions, layering in different directions, are going to help blend out any of those streaks. If I do my squint test right now, that means I squint. Do I see enough difference? Is it bold enough? Should I deepen any of my shadows? Let's see the difference. Yeah, you can definitely see the difference here.